Done with the morning sit. Let's go on a scouting mission. What are we looking for today? Well, it's early November, so we're looking for buck sign. Rubs, scrapes, the freshest thing we can find, and we're gonna sit on it immediately. Today's mission is a little bit different. A lot of times I will drop the gear and just go light and fast, but today, being muzzleloader season and primetime rut, I have a firearm with me, or a muzzleloader, and I got my stand on my back. Coming up on a good little spot right here. I'll show you the terrain. Main ridge up there, kind of a gradual, more flatter area through here. This area kind of caught my eye. I'm going to go hit the top up here, look for some sign up here where this terrain kind of comes together, and then take it down that main ridge a little ways, and should be able to find something up here, I'd imagine. Good little crossing. There should be a scrape or some rubs or whatever. We'll see how fresh it looks. Just as we suspected, I'm creeping up over this ridge and just taking a step at a time and peeking over. And right there, under that overhanging branch, is a scrape. I'll give you guys a look at it. It's about 5 yards ahead of me. Licking branch right here. Bust it off. Not real fresh. Hasn't been worked in a while. Definitely not since the rain last night. So I'll probably check down this ridge a little bit further. I'd say this is probably the best or most predictable area for a scrape on this little ridge that I'm on, but I'll check down a little bit lower just in case there's some thick cover or thicker cover down here below me. I want to check the ridge going into that before I vacate the area. So I'm gonna head down this way, like I just said, but one thing that you might want to keep in mind when you're doing stuff like this is I could just bomb it straight off the top of that ridge, because on top of the ridge is kind of where I would expect to find the scrapes. But you got to be careful doing stuff like that, because you're going to silhouette yourself all the way down through there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spill off this side just enough that anything over there wouldn't see the top of my head going down through there. And then I'll just pop up onto the ridge every 20, 30 yards or whatever, and I'll just kind of look both directions and see if I can spot them from a distance, rather than just silhouette myself all the way down through here. And you better believe I'll have the gun up as I'm sneaking up and over, and I'll probably creep just far enough to have a peek into the next hollow and then drop back, drop elevation, and just keep doing it. You know, stuff like that's kind of a long shot as far as getting a shot at a deer in the next hollow or whatever, but it never hurts to be careful. It never hurts to be discreet. It never hurts to conceal your movement as much as possible. And you can't go wrong doing what I'm talking about. But if you just bomb it off the ridge, you can do more harm than good. As I'm sneaking down through here, I'm just thinking about how cool it would be to just strap a GoPro to my chest and do this. That way you guys can see my actual lines of movement, and I can just time lapse it. So maybe you should like this video and subscribe to this channel so I can have a good excuse for my wife for why I need to buy a GoPro. Well, I'm at my first popover point, and if you guys check it out, This right here, this elevation, even though it's near this thicker cover, right down in here, this elevation kind of sucks for a scrape, and here's why. You guys might not be able to tell, but the ridge top here is all wide open. And a lot of times with a scrape, there's a licking branch. So there's no licking branches. And so I'm just gonna kind of skip over some of this because there's no licking branches. And I'll go hit those. And if there's nothing there, then I'll probably pull up out of here. Same story on this one, guys. Old, dried up, not being used. And check this out, okay? I talked about the licking branches. This right here is one of the trees that I spotted from up there. And there's the scrape. Doesn't look like much, but I know it's a scrape because the licking branch is busted off. Check it out. Busted off there, 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 there. So it's all busted off. So it definitely is or was a scrape. It's just not really active. So still not exactly what we're looking for, but that's okay. We picked some good terrain. They've been here. I'm gonna slide down the ridge to that. See if I can show you guys the next potential licking branch right there. If there's gonna be a hot one, that might be it. So keep trying. Well, nothing on this one, guys, but potentially in years gone by. Let's take a closer look. That's broken off. That's broken off. That's definitely broken off. So nothing here now, but maybe 5 years ago. Nothing else on this ridge. So we're just gonna hoof it back to the truck. Probably drop my stand, eat a banana, and keep on searching for something for this evening or tomorrow morning. I still have maybe 4 hours to find something good before I feel like I should have my butt sitting somewhere for the evening watch. So, might have to put a couple miles on. It's never as easy as you want it to be. Some days, you don't try very hard, and you stumble on the hottest stuff on the mountain. Other days, you walk 4 miles and see a bunch of 2-week, 3-week-old scrapes and feel like you're pissing in the wind. So, key is just keep going, keep walking, be sneaky, and eventually you just trip over something you like. Oh, been hoofing it a little bit, trying to get on something for this evening. I found a man's rub right here. Just for reference, got marks all the way up here. A lot of tine marks in here. Nothing super duper fresh as far as bark or whatever. A lot of times when I find rubs like this, I have a tendency to think it's multiple bucks hitting it. Kind of like a community scrape, except a rub. There's a couple of little ones that I won't even bother showing you guys right around here in this area. I've actually hunted this area a fair amount. I've killed a bear in here. I killed a buck in here last year. It's a big one though. One more look. Pretty sweet. I'm only about 50 yards from that big rub I just showed you guys. And this is a pretty well used scrape. No recent activity on it, but check this one out. It's actually two. You got one here, and then another one right there. But the licking branch is thrashed. I mean, you can see there's no down branches left on this thing. They're all snapped off. A couple of tine marks right there from thrashing on it down low. This area is really easy to get to. I'm gonna look around in here a little bit more. 15 yards from the big one, another smaller one. This looks like maybe one buck one time, not so much of a community deal. Once again, also not fresh. Another one right here. Another one right in this spot. That's three. None of them really open. I wish I'd have checked this spot a week or two ago. I really do. A week or two ago, this might have been the hot spot. All right, y'all. I'm gonna let you know what I think about that. Don't waste your time. If scrape goes cold, just forget about it. It doesn't matter if there's 2, 3, or 50. If they're cold, they're cold. Okay? As bad as you want it to be the spot, it ain't the spot where it's happening now. And that's the key. If you're a weekender like I am, you gotta get where it's going on now, not where it was going on a week ago. Just keep on walking. It's hard to do. So, scouting my way in for the evening. And one thing I've learned, well, two things I've learned when you're scouting your way in. Number one, give yourself plenty of time. Plenty of time so that you can sneak and look. All right? You don't want to try to scout your way in a hurry. You'll end up blowing deer out, not playing the wind right, not moving during the wind gusts, whatever. And then number two, if you have a destination in mind, say you're using Onyx and you have a waypoint, don't cross fresh sign and leave it just to get to your X. That one's burned me a few times. Walking past sign or walking past my instinct, the spot my instinct says to sit, just to get to an X. Don't do it.